Hello, my name is Miguel and welcome to Unfiltered, Conversations with Creators. This is a podcast where we talk to content creators of all sizes about the journey of how they began, how they got to where they are now, and where they want to go to in the future. The aim is to create a fun and engaging resource that we can all learn from, as well as give us something to look back on in the future. In episode 6, we are talking to MiguelMeola, a highly entertaining streamer on Twitch. Miguel focuses on positivity and improving every day. He's also developed a unique way in which he generates his TikTok followers to come engage with him in his live streams. Miguel's vibes are extremely contagious and I highly recommend checking out his content. All of his socials will be displayed on the screen as well as linked in the description below. If you enjoy the podcast and this type of content, please leave a like and subscribe and let me know down in the comments what you liked hearing about the most. We have plenty more podcasts to release in the coming weeks and you do not want to miss out on these conversations. So without taking up too much of your time, let's get started. All right. I got to start off with a food question.
Yeah, what's up, man?
What is your go-to breakfast?
Ideally, if I were to eat breakfast, I'd have to go.
You can have anything you want.
Oh yeah, a breakfast burrito.
Yeah. Oh really?
Yeah.
What's in the burrito?
I'm just a big fan of burritos, or just like something like rolled up, because in my head it's just super efficient. So if I'm on the go, I could eat it on the go. It's not messy. Everything's like wrapped up in it. So it would be like a breakfast burrito that has like eggs, either bacon or sausage, and that's pretty much it. It's like a typical just breakfast burrito. And then I have to have hot sauce. I'm a big fan of like hot sauce.
You're a hot sauce guy. Yeah, I can't handle anything.
Really? Like none?
Nothing so salty, spicy for me. A bit soft like that. But nah, that sounds gas, dude. Holy. How often would you have one of those?
I mean, I haven't had a breakfast burrito in a while though. But ideally, if I could have any breakfast, that's what I would go for.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
What about you, Minguez?
Ooh, I didn't even think of that.
But you don't even really eat breakfast though, right? I remember you saying.
Yeah. I don't have breakfast, but I love having we have a place in Australia called Pancake Parlor, and it's pretty much what it is. It's a restaurant that serves mainly pancakes, and they have a like a big English breakfast, I think it is. It's got bacon, pancakes, eggs, however you want. Like you can put cooked spinach, tomatoes, and mushrooms, put some maple syrup on there, and that's I'm in heaven, I think.
Dude, okay. 1, that sounds dope. 2, dude, I love that you said it, because for the longest time, man, you know how there's a saying tomato. Do you know that saying? You know that saying?
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
Okay, so for the longest time, I would always be like, dude, who the hell says tomato, though? Nobody says that. Yo, and I remember when I was serving, I used to serve like at a restaurant, right? At like this steakhouse. And I served this lady, and she sounded like she was from England. And then she goes, yeah, I'd like a Cobb salad, but with no tomato, please. And I was like,
it sounds so weird when you say it though.
Yo, I was just like, oh my God, she said it. I was like, damn, there are people.
What a weirdo.
Nah, not even. I just never heard people say it until she said it. And then you're the second person I've heard say it. So that's wild.
Well, hopefully I don't sound too Australian in this thing.
No, man,
that's embarrassing, man.
It is not embarrassing to sound Australian, because you're Australian, bro. What do you mean?
Dude, so I'm so used to hearing Americans all day because I'm pretty much logged into Twitch while I'm at work, and I've always got like Z or you in the background talking, and so I pick up so many sayings and can't take that serious and all these kinds of things, and like, dude, that's such I can hear myself.
That's such Twitch lingo, dude. It's such Twitch lingo.
It's so cool. It's so Twitch lingo. I hear myself say it, and it sounds so Aussie and so different, but it is what it is, I guess.
No, dude. Yo, I was talking to my friend about this, like regarding like, I always have to remind myself that like so I'm still new. I'm like still pretty new to Twitch, like relatively new, like still under a year, or over a year, just over a year now. I always have to remind myself that there's Twitch. The Twitch world is separate from the real world.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they're two different places. Like the way people interact, the way people like the humor is different.
Mm-hmm.
The humor is completely different. I was saying this to B the other day. I was like, yo, man, I realized in Z's chat that I take chat too seriously. We're like Z was trying to say something. Z was trying to say like maleficent or malevolent, something like that, right?
Yeah, who knows?
And he was just like, yeah, he's like malevolent, and then he kept stuttering and he goes malevolent. I don't know if that's a word. And then I go malevolent, right? I type that in chat. And then I look right after mine, it says Minguez, Manila folder, and all these other M words, and I was just like, what am I doing?
Nah. Nobody's trying to help.
Like none, nobody. No.
You were the only one being helpful that whole time.
Nobody, everybody just going off on like just their own thing, and I was just like, yo, I take it too seriously. It's a different world. It's a different world.
Wait, so how did you come across Twitch? How did you get on Twitch? Were you a viewer first, or did you start streaming like straight up?
So when I got on Twitch, the way I got on Twitch was my friend. So okay, back to Verdansk. We were playing. Me and my friends were playing Warzone. I really wanted to get better. My friend suggested Joe Woe. He was like, "Yo, dude, you should work on your movement, like breaking cameras, like peeking corners. You need to work on that." I was like, "Okay." And then he says, "Yo, check out this guy Joe Woe. He's my favorite controller player. I know you play on controller, Miguel. He was a PC player, or he is a PC player, and he plays on mouse and keys. So he recommended Joe Woe because he knows I play on controller. I watched Joe, and like I've known about Twitch, but I just never like really got into it. Like I had a podcast before, and I had like some Twitch clips before, but it was more of like my audio guy that handled all that stuff. Like I never logged in, I never did any of that. So I started watching Joe on YouTube, and I was just like, dude, this guy is ridiculously good. I didn't even know about like solo quadding until I saw Joe. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know people do that. And then I remember watching him in Police in Verdansk, like the police station. He had an AK clip, and I remember just watching him, and I was like, dude, this is nuts. I was like, how is this guy doing this? And then I started watching, and then after I watched all his YouTube videos, like all his tutorials, I was like, I want to check this guy out live. And then that's how I got into Twitch. And then I watched. He was the first person I followed, first person I subbed to. And then I would hear this guy on Joe's team, and I was like, dude, who is that? I'm like, yo, he's hilarious. Like just his banter, the way, just like his wittiness. Like, dude, he's really quick with like, he's quick with the humor, and that's what like grabbed my attention to Z. And then fast forward, now I'm talking to you. Like essentially, because that's how I know you. You know what I mean? Like, which is crazy. That again, it's like it's a whole nother world that I'm like involved in now, which is nuts.
Nah, it's crazy, especially like how many people we've met through Twitch and gaming that if it wasn't for like a perfect storm of the pandemic, a lockdown, Twitch and Warzone all like exploding at the same time, we would never have known each other. We're like different parts of the world. You know, you're on opposite side of the country to some people that you know now, and like it's just we're all friends, and we all come together from this one or two guys that we saw streaming a video game.
Dude, I didn't even play Warzone when it first came out. Like I'm late to it.
Yeah, when did you start? I was like second season, I think.
I was right before the Cold War integration.
Oh wow, that's super late.
Even when Kurt's like, dude, I got a child, bro. This gun, I'm like, dude, I don't have that gun leveled up. He's like, it's a Modern Warfare gun, and I'm like, I don't really like. I've never even really played with him. Like I had like the Kilo for a little bit, and like the M4A1, but that's it, and the MP5. And then after that, I'm like, all I know is like really like Cold War guns.
Yeah, you missed that experimentation phase when everyone used pretty much everything. But wait, so you said you had a podcast from, I'm guessing it's a few years ago, because I've got your Twitch tracker, your Twitch stats up at the moment. And so I can see that on your account, it started in 2018 and you were streaming Fortnite and some other stuff like that.
So
podcast.
I was doing a podcast, and then that's where I had like my streaming PC. That's what I'm using now as my streaming PC. It was my podcast like PC. I bought a PC for like podcasting.
What was the podcast about?
The podcast was called Make Time, and it was so I had like I had access. I had an interesting like I had interest. I had a what's the I'm trying to figure out how to like exactly say it, but
that's fine.
I had like an interesting perspective with like these up and coming YouTubers, or not even just YouTubers, just more like creative people that were like starting businesses. And I just happened to be in the space, and I was like, dude, I talk to these people all the time. Why not start a podcast? Mad random. And so I just started a podcast, and I would just have conversations with them. And the podcast was called Make Time, which is why it's funny when you said, "Oh, I don't have time." No, man, because I'm a firm believer in that shit. I'm a firm believer in making time. We all make time for the shit we want to do. You know what I mean? Like you just said, you don't have time, but here you are making time.
Making the time.
Yeah, man, dude. We all have like, everybody has the same amount of time every single day. Everybody has 24 hours. And so that podcast was based on this idea that I had where like one, people's concept of time is like really like skewed, or like it's like misconstrued, where everybody thinks like time resets, right? Because we have 24 hours and then you see the clock go back to 12, and every week resets, every month resets. There's like a cycle, but in all reality, like it doesn't reset. You know what I mean? Like people will be like, "Oh yeah, I'll do it next week. I'll do it next month. I'll do it next year." To be honest, though, the reality is there's never gonna be another Monday for me, May 16th, 2022, ever.
Yep.
This is the only time this day is gonna happen at 9:13 in the morning. It's never gonna repeat. But I think the way time is set up, it makes people think that it resets. It doesn't.
Yeah.
So
it's fun. Yeah, that's funny you say that, because like even on the way home tonight, I was thinking about how we kind of assume that there's going to be next week, that there's going to be next year, where compared to somebody who maybe has gone through something very traumatic, or they've lost something suddenly, or something's like suddenly happened to them and they realize how quickly things can just disappear, or like your time, your concept of what's important just changes completely. And we get very comfortable in thinking, yeah, like you said, I'll do it next week, I'll put it off till next time. But
because you think it repeats.
Yeah, I feel that.
You think you think it repeats. But that's how it's set up, right? It's like it's set up that way. And I get why it's set up that way, for like structure and to like categorize things and catalog things. But you know, it's I think it's a weird way that people look at time. So that's how that podcast started. And then like while I was doing the podcast, I was kind of dabbling in Fortnite, where like I played like a couple games, and I remember when I first, it was like season 1 of Fortnite, or season 2. And I remember when I played it, I was like, oh, battle royales are the future of all shooting games. This is it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was just like, oh, this is it. This feeling of wanting to win, the risk versus the reward is so high. It's so crazy. I'm like, this is the future of shooting games. It has to be. And then I remember watching my friends play PUBG, and how like zoned in they would be, and I was like, yeah, dude, this is for sure the future. But I wasn't really like gaming that much then, and then the podcast kind of stopped. I moved out to California for a bit, and then came back.
Yeah, because I could see that you took almost, what was this? December 2018 was like your last stream, according to this thing. I mean, it could be off, and then you came back in June 2021.
Yeah.
So like two and a bit years.
Yeah, because the podcast was mainly like that. That's what the Twitch was for. I would play Fortnite with my friends sometimes, and then I would just turn on the stream. And I didn't have like overlays or anything. I didn't have anything really. And then I moved, and I didn't really game. You know what I mean? Like, Warzone is the first game that I'm grinding like this. I've never grinded a game like this.
Nah, that's awesome. So wait, so you streamed, just because you were playing at the same time, basically?
Yeah.
You thought, why not? So
wait,
did you have any expectations when you?
Are you talking about this, like this go around, or before?
No, before when you started.
Oh yeah, no, that was nothing.
That was just, I'm playing, I might as well turn on the stream.
Yeah, because I had it set up from my audio engineer. He was like, "Oh, I have your Twitch all set up," and I was like, "Oh, let me just turn this on." Nothing.
Nice. So you didn't have any expectations?
Nope. Nothing.
Didn't care like who was in there or anything?
I didn't watch anybody on Twitch. I didn't follow anybody. I had a Twitch up from my podcast, and I would play, and I would always tell my friends, dude, if you're playing a lot of video games, if you play a lot, if you grind, you might as well stream. And so that was like the one thing where, that's why I even started streaming now again, is because I noticed that I was playing Warzone a lot and I wanted to get better. And then I was like, oh, let me start.
Dude, that's really interesting that you say like you didn't care who turned up, but you obviously reached affiliate.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly back then.
Yeah.
And dude, and you took a break, didn't think twice about it, and came back. Just
nothing.
Dude, no stress about it, because a lot of people worry about that kind of thing.
I didn't think anything of Twitch. Nothing. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think anything of affiliate. I didn't even know what that meant. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know like what the rules were. I didn't know what the limitations are. I didn't know emotes. I didn't know anything. Nothing until I started recently. I had no idea about any of it. I didn't know who was on Twitch. I knew about Nick Merckx, maybe, and that was it.
Dude, so I didn't know you streamed until there was a competition, like a friendly social competition between the viewers of and community of Exact. So we did the cooking in Caldera thing.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you uploaded a clip, and I uploaded a clip, and I was obviously watching everyone. And I noticed everyone had really good cameras, and they're like set up like they were streamers. I'm like, how come like I'm hanging out with these people, I don't know they stream, and there's so many people who just hang out in Twitch, and like you'll never know that they stream too. And it's like some people make it obvious that they do. They like to talk about themselves, but like you never mentioned it once until somebody shouted you out.
Yeah.
And that competition.
Yeah. Even that competition, I was a little weird. I was just like, do I do this?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I'm like in this community. They like, do I hand in my clip? Did they want to see that?
Were you nervous about that?
I'm just weird with like, not nervous. I'm just weird with like, I don't want it to ever come across as like self-promotion. I don't know why. It might be because like I don't know why.
Makes sense.
It might be because like in all the chats, you know, like one of the rules is like no self promo. So it might be like ingrained in my head. Like, oh no, that's like a rule. I don't do that. I don't know. But like you said, even I never said that. Like even till this day, I don't say I stream. Like in any chat or anything. I always just like I'm always just there just to view because it's weird. I don't want to be like, hey man, you know, like I do this too. Check like
yeah.
I don't know. Man.
That's one of those unwritten like etiquette things that you don't say, hey, I stream, but it's sometimes it's unavoidable if someone else brings it up. Like oh, this happened on stream, but it's sort of like I feel awkward if anyone mentions like my stream and anyone else's stuff, or
me too.
even if they use my emotes, I get really like nervous about it. Like I don't get shy about it.
Me too.
Me
too. I make it a point, like I make it a point to only use that person's emote in in their chat. Like, hold on, I make it a point to not use my emotes in other people's chats. I get that too. That's a better way to say it. Like
that's sort of like a touchy subject. Some people feel like it's self-promo to use your emotes in other people's chats, and some people are like, well, it's kind of like your art. So it's a kind of gray area, I think.
Oh no, I mean, dude, however people want to do their thing, you know what I mean? Like I'm all for it. Do whatever. Move how you feel you should move and like behave the way you feel you should behave. But to me, I want to use, like, say for Z's, like just for an example, in Z's chat, whenever people, like when I pop in, I use Z's heart emoji. I'm not gonna use mine.
Yep.
Like, and that's just for me. That's just for me.
No, that's true. But you were like, when I came across you and I was like, oh, I'm gonna check out Miguel, and like instantly, great vibes. I think you're an amazing streamer. You have the personality for it, 100%. You're very engaging, which like, I'm like you. Well, I look around at different people's streams.
You better relax with the gas.
No, I'm gonna be gassing up this whole video. I'm gonna be gassing you up.
I'm kidding. Thank you, dude. That means a lot. That means a lot.
No worries, man. It's the truth. So I like to lurk around on a lot of streams, and sometimes I'll be in there for a little bit. Sometimes I won't say anything. Sometimes I like to be active in the chat, and it's amazing how people are so different with how they stream. So some people are all about the gameplay, like the gameplay is the thing, and you're here to watch me play. And some people are very engaging with the chat, like the chat is the priority, and whatever I'm playing, whatever I'm doing doesn't, like, it's kind of secondary. Like it's there, you're obviously concentrating on it, but like you've got that mix where you're talking about your game, but you can also, multitask at the same time, and you're very engaging with chat. Was that something you've you've been trying to work on, or is that just like a natural thing for you?
I had to really work on that, work on it, and I feel like what ramped that up like by a lot is my TikTok lives. Because when I started doing the whole TikTok thing, and then like when a lot of people started like flooding in, dude, it just like, it was 2 days where I felt it, like my brain felt like weird. Where I was just like, yo, I'm like overstimulated by this. Where I was just like, dude, I can't keep up with like the game. I can't keep up with chat. Like this shit is crazy. But
it's a bit overwhelming.
Crazy. Like I felt it. Like I physically felt it. I was like, dude, this is a lot. And I was just like, yo, you just need to just like really like just take your time with it and like really read every line, go through it, know when to read it. You can't just do it like any time in the game. Like, there's a lot of like variables. There's a lot of variables that like you only pick up by like constantly doing it. You know what I mean? It's so to answer your question, it's not natural at all. Like it took mad time. Like it took all the time. And I still think that like I still struggle with it. I still struggle with keeping up with chat, like song requests. The worst at it. I'm the worst at it. Where I'll just play another song and people will be like, dude, song request.
Sold. Where's my points?
L stream.
Nah, it's super weird. Like, so I personally was like, I'm very slow growth on Twitch. So, I'm used to having like maybe 3, 4, 5 people at the most, and I might be playing with 2 of them at the same time. So, the first time I got a raid of like 30, 40 people. I think it was Art is War raided me.
Wait, who?
And Art is War.
Oh, what does he play?
He plays COD. So he's one of he's been in Sock Gang for a long time, but he doesn't go in chat a lot. But he's I think he's one of Iceman's mods.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, someone shouted me out. Someone was like, raid Mingers, and like when someone raids me, I go back and watch their VOD to see like how it happened. But,
yeah, of course.
Yeah, when that happened, I remember like what you said. I was just feeling weird, like, and I watched the VOD back. I knew it straight away. As soon as I got raided, I wanted to get off. Like, I wasn't ready.
Yeah, dude.
I was not ready at all. I felt nervous. I didn't know what to say.
How many people?
It was like 30. It wasn't huge, but it was
30 people is a lot of people, bro.
The first time I ever had 30 people in there. So I was like, yeah, very overwhelming, and I didn't know what to say. But yeah, like you said, it's like you kind of have to go through it and embrace it and get better at it. Like, it doesn't like happen overnight that you get like 1 million viewers. Like, it's very slow progress.
No,
and
never.
If you do get raided by like a huge raid, you're probably not even ready for it. You wouldn't know what to do.
No, dude, it's something I always think about. Like, yo, I never. This might be like to my detriment. I'm sure it is, but I never look at my stats, dude. I never look at my stats. I never look at like how many viewers are watching, how many followers. I just don't look. I try my best to just. I never look at my viewers, like live viewers, like how many, like when I'm streaming. I never look at that.
Do you turn it off?
Yeah, I turn it off. I don't look at it. There's nothing on my screen that shows me how many people are watching. I don't like follow how many followers I have. I don't look at like any of my stats. When I find out my followers, it's from like somebody like doing the follower command. Yeah. In chat, or like somebody comes in like, dude, you have you have 10 people here, and I'm just like,
it's so weird.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to know.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
But it's like, it's this thing where, because I just know myself, where even with like say like weight, I don't weigh myself, because I know like if I'm trying to like get to a certain weight or like lose weight, I don't do like the thing where some people I know that they'll weigh themselves every single day, and like they'll be like, it becomes a number game, and then like I don't want it to be that. That's what I don't want it to be. Where like I start to like obsess over the number, like, oh, how do I get this to go higher? So something that I always tell myself is, dude, like you said, 30 people. On Twitch, in the Twitch world, 30 people might not seem like a lot, but dude, whenever I go to places, I'm like, yo, 30 people, 10 people, 5 people in a room, dude, that's a lot of people, man. And
you imagine all those people just watching you.
Yes. Just looking at you playing a game. Like, dude, that's a lot of people, man. It's a lot, bro. So I always just try to like keep it cool and just keep that in mind that like, dude, like, dude, honestly, I know it sounds like a cliche or something that like people just say, but like, dude, 2 people watching me play a game. That's like not my friends. That's like not like my IRL friends, that people I know are like my relatives or whatever. Dude, that's insane to me that anybody would like tune in. That like blows my mind. Like I know. It's an odd one, but then you can't think about it too much. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it too much, like it can get crazy.
Yeah, especially
it can get weird
if it doesn't happen for you, and like you kind of obsess, like why isn't somebody rating me or something like that. It's like nobody really owes you anything on Twitch, first of all.
And that's what I'm like. That's what I don't want. I don't ever want to be like that, where like it starts to be like this thing where it's like, why? Nah, man. I'm just gonna do my thing. I'm gonna play my game. My goal when I started all of this shit is just to become way better so that I could carry my team to like more W's. Like dead serious. That's the whole thing of it. And I was just like, back to the mentality of how I would always tell my friends that if you're playing a lot of games, you should stream. Back to like when I even just like streamed like, I don't know, maybe 3 times on Fortnite. I was just like, oh yeah, let me just, since I'm playing, I might as well stream. I might as well do it. And then now it's the same concept where it's like, okay, I'm playing a lot, let me stream. But now I just took it to a different level of, because I saw Joe, because I started watching these other streamers, I'm like, oh, this is a whole thing. This is a whole thing with like overlays, alerts. This is a thing with like you can have a logo. These are just the things I didn't think of back then. So
yeah, you obviously make it very customized. It's all you, so you can really show off your creativity with And you do with your emotes.
And that's what I started to like really like zone in on is one, my gameplay, and then dude, I get obsessed with things. So like even no, like even my stream, bro, it's like I want it to look a certain way. I want it to run a certain way. If things don't run properly, I get like I can't sleep. You know what I mean? Like I'll just be like, damn, how do I fix that? How do I fix that? And then it just became a whole thing, and now I'm like really happy with like how everything is. Because like you said, it's a way of like showing your creativity, and that's what I kind of like zone in on. I don't care, like the numbers are great, don't get me wrong, of course, like growing and all that, of course it's cool, but I believe that all of that will be a side effect of the quote unquote product. You know what I mean? The quote unquote product or the skill. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff will like whatever. All that stuff will, that's on the wayside. If you work on your skill, whether it be in game, whether it's the skill of being entertaining, interacting with chat, being engaging, being creative, on your skill on like setting up your camera, your lighting, your stream, all of that other stuff, all of like the metrics, those are all going to be side effects of your work and efforts towards the other stuff that I was just talking about.
That stuff takes care of itself. If you focus on building up what you do, like I love how you got the sound effects, you've got your stream deck or whatever, and you got the every time someone gifts or someone says something, and you get, you know, press it a few times, you start moaning in there or something like that. It's hilarious.
Yo, dude. So I don't know, like who are your favorite streamers that you watch? Like top five streamers. I only watch like 5 people on Twitch.
Yeah, I don't even know if I watch 5. I literally will watch Z, obviously, pretty much 90% of the time. Joe, and whoever out of like my friends that I know, like you or Matt or whoever else is streaming, Brandon streaming, I watch. That's it.
Shouts out to B.
Yeah, shout out to B.
Yo, Brandon. Shouts out to him.
Yep.
So okay, the people I watch are Joe, Z, this girl Lovely Low, Care Bear Carly, and Hector.
And Hector's a big one, isn't he?
Dude, so Hector,
I've gone in, like, he's insane. The energy,
dude.
That guy,
him and his boy Lucky. I used to watch Lucky too.
Yeah, same. Yep.
So like Lucky and Hector, one, I'm Filipino and Lucky's Filipino, so I'm always like, hell yeah, dude, hell yeah, Filipinos, let's go. Dude, but in my opinion, I think Lucky and Hector, they changed the streaming game, in my opinion. And like I'm still new to the streaming game, but the way they interact with chat, dude, the way they do the soundboard thing, like, dude, all these people have Go XLRs, but they never use it.
Yeah,
they never use it. They never use the like voice changer. They don't use the samplers. They don't use the recording. Like, they just use it just for like the faders, and it's like, what are you doing? But these guys have, like, you know, they have the Go XLR, like the big ones, and they use it to its potential. And I'm like,
it's entertainment.
It's crazy. It's crazy how they do it. Yep. And that's where I got like the whole sound effect for the soundboard thing. Like, I want to get a Go XLR just so I could get like the voice changer. So whenever people sub or follow, because dude, it is crazy to me that anybody follows. It's crazy to me that anybody subs. Like, dude, that's nuts to me, dude. That's nuts. So it's like, yo, unbelievable. The least I could do is freaking like shout you out. The least I could do.
Yeah, 100%. But no, that makes sense. The so I think they, like, I'm not familiar with a lot of Twitch like yourself, but I feel like there's like a Warzone template for, like, you've got your face cam, you've got the game, you might have like a little overlay and, you know, the logo and whatever, and pretty much people might assume that that's all you need, and to an extent that is what you like, all you need, But I think those guys have taken like things from other categories or other types of entertainment, like the lights, the sirens, just the energy, like the real attention to, like you said, the entertainment side of things, the voice changer and all this kind of stuff, and really make it like a show. Like when you go in there and you feel that energy and you're like, you need to see more, like you're addicted to it, like you want to be involved, and like it's addicting.
It's nuts, dude. It's nuts. There's a reason why the Baka Bros are the sensation that they are. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that's not an accident. That's not by luck. That's that's through hard work and skill. Like this, like dude, like we were saying, like the lights and the energy, interacting with chat, but still dropping like bombs at the same time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then arguably have the best player in Warzone who's like Biffle. You know what I mean? Like he's arguably the best player. There was this crazy thing on JGod on Twitter that blew my mind, where it showed Biffle's like friend list, or like the KD list from his PS4.
Yeah, on the console, everyone was like pretty much 4s and 5s.
Dog, and he's like 6.
Yeah,
his KD is 6, and I'm just like, yo, on PlayStation 4, and it's just like, it's like, like what does anybody else have to say? But of course they're gonna say you could also cheat on console. You can. It's like whatever. Yeah, at that point, it's just like it becomes like whatever. But dude, 6, that's crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's intense.
That's what I said. I feel like there's like generally. So my theory is that the streamer that you like to watch, and like the type of people that you like to watch are the type of streamer that you will be if you start streaming. So like there's nothing wrong with people who only go to watch the gameplay and, you know, shut up and play the game kind of thing, and they don't care if you got a face cam. They don't care. They just want to see you drop like 40s and 50s. But we're obviously in the same community where we like to have someone who notices you in chat, who has energy, who's like, and it's sort of like a rare mix where like you almost don't need to be really, really good at a game if you're that entertaining. But the top guys are very good at the game and also very good at entertaining and engaging people. It's the best of both worlds kind of thing.
It's crazy. What bugs me out is like what Z says it all the time too, where like he'll be playing and then like I'll be watching him and then I'll look at his chat, and I'll be like, chat's out of control.
We're talking about something completely different.
Chat's completely like off the rails. Has nothing to do with what Z is doing at all. Like nothing. Z is sweating his ass off, and chat is just going absolutely just like haywire off of like something else. And it's just it's really, really interesting to just see it's just really interesting to see, again, just Twitch culture, where I'm still like adjusting to it, because it's a different world. It's a different world.
The one thing I noticed about you when I first started watching, obviously besides your extreme good looks and is that you're the first person I've seen out of like the people that I watch who have taken advantage and really made work getting people from TikTok and other stuff like that onto Twitch. It's very hard. Like everyone I've spoken to, even some of these podcasts, has been like, what's the transition from one social media onto your Twitch? And it's like, well, not really, especially TikTok and whatever. But yours, I feel like your story would be completely different.
100% different. Because like I know what you're talking about, where that's what everybody says about TikTok, where like they're like, people don't even, a lot of people won't even focus that hard on TikTok because they'll say that the conversion rate, like, the conversion rate isn't even that, like, it's not even that good. Like to convert people from like TikTok followers to like Twitch followers is like almost non-existent. And I get that too. And like, I think people sleep or slept on TikTok. I think people just slept on it, where like they didn't take it seriously. Where I know people that like dude, I know people that like have quit their jobs and like do TikTok full time. And I like they've been doing this for like the last like maybe 2 years. So I was just like, damn, so TikTok is really like where it's at. Where people just kind of look at it as like a joke. You know what I mean? But that's what always happens with like all of these things. Like people thought YouTube was a joke. You know what I mean? Like some people would be like, oh, I don't even want to be associated with YouTube. You know, like I'm going to post my videos on Vimeo because I'm a filmmaker. I'm not a YouTuber. YouTubers aren't anything. I'm a filmmaker. I make films. I make movies. I make videos. So I'm going to post my stuff on Vimeo because that's more prestigious. That's more whatever.
Yep.
Nah, man. It's like you need to understand where people's like attentions are at. Dude, like TikTok is so like attention grabbing that, dude, I deleted it off my phone. Like I have 2 phones, right? Like, well, I have like my older phone and then like I have the phone that I use now. My older phone is what I use to stream on TikTok, and I just have that. That's where I have my TikTok stuff, and that's on my desk. That has TikTok on it. I uninstalled TikTok from my regular phone because I found myself just getting sucked into it, where I'm just like lost
scrolling,
dude. Yeah. And I'm just like, yo, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? But yeah, a lot of people I think took TikTok as a joke and didn't take it seriously. Where, like, I think TikTok could even be like a standalone thing, like how people have YouTube also. You know what I mean? Like, TikTok could be a serious form of revenue if that's what you're trying to build on your brand. Like, it really, really could, like a standalone thing, where some people just look at it as something as like, an accessory to like your other social media. Like, dude, TikTok could be your own thing. So.
Dude, that's crazy. That makes sense as well too, because like I was very late to TikTok. I started in December, I think, but I didn't know what I was doing. I was just uploading clips and stuff like that. But then, like I said, when I came across you and I was looking at how it wasn't even really about the videos, it was more about the lives as well. It was like it amazed me watching and scrolling over to your TikTok to see what you were doing on your live, and then how people would come into your chat and just be there from there. Like it was like a whole recipe. I was like, dude, this is amazing.
Dude, so the way that even all happened is, so for everybody like listening to this, the thing that Minguez is talking about is I have like math problems on my TikTok lives. And then those math problems are in like a background. So, okay, backtrack how that even all started. I used to just do my face on TikTok lives, and there would be like 2 or 3 people that would come in, max 5. They'd be like, hey, what are you doing? I'll say like, oh, I'm playing Warzone on Twitch. There's a link in my TikTok bio. You should come by. Whatever. One of the people that I watched, Lovely Low, she would do the same thing, but on her TikTok live, I saw that it was a green screen in the background where it would say, only responding to Twitch chat, link in my TikTok bio. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. How'd she do that? Because I had no idea you could do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I thought nothing of it. Kept doing my thing, kept streaming, kept playing, live streaming on TikTok every day. And then I was at my aunt's house, and there was this. It was like a math problem. It was a PEMDAS problem that like I saw that like one of the people there showed.
Yep.
It was I have to pull it up just so I could like exactly. It's a viral PEMDAS problem.
Okay.
So it's 6 divided by 2 parentheses 1 plus 2 close parentheses.
Okay.
So they showed this at my aunt's house, and it went like people just went like nuts about it. I was just like, what the hell? Like, it got like, everybody got like, no, it's 1, no, it's 9.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the hell? And I was like, okay, whatever.
You can see the same thing on like Facebook when they would post those. Facebook does that now too. People post a math problem on the picture, and it gets so many engagements because everyone argues in the comments. No, you're wrong. It's not one. This is how you work. No, this is how you work it out. It's just engaging.
Yeah, and then I saw that, and then I was just playing Warzone, streaming, doing the thing, and I was like, yo, how can I get more people to engage in my TikTok lives? And then I was like, how did Low do that thing? I looked into it. I was like, oh, you could put up anything. You could put up like any image. And then I was like, okay, let me put up that math problem. Just put it up. Dude, the first night I did that, I was averaging like 1 to 5 viewers on TikTok, right? Yo, first night I did that, there was like 6,000 people.
Oh my god.
Dude, 6,000 people. And then I was just like, what the hell is happening, dude? And so like
that chat must have been scrolling so fast.
I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
But then so what you're talking about where like people start to engage, it's a weird thing where when there's like a disagreement, like yo, friction just starts happening. And then like when there's friction, like heat happens, and then like people just like I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Dude, so I was looking it up. Those viral PEMDAS problems have been like pretty popular for like a while now. It's just I threw it on TikTok and dude, it just went nuts. It went absolutely nuts. And then I started to like kind of obsess. Not even obsess. I made it a point to like look up math problems. And I was like, dude, these are like, and then I looked up like brain teasers.
Yeah, brain teasers, yep.
Yeah, and I would just put them up in my background. And like they've like died off a little bit, but they're still there. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're still like really engaging, and it's a good way to like bring people over, because what I started to do was I started to make photoshops of like TikTok layouts where it would say like, can you solve this? And it'll show the problem. And then it'll say, responding to Twitch chat, link in my TikTok bio, this, that, the other. And then people will come through. And I would have like prompts where I would like say like, oh, hey, this is the answer. If you want to know why it's the answer, pull up to the Twitch chat. And then I started being like, oh, I could put commands in my Twitch chat that'll link the answer, even link it to a video that explains why it is what it is. And like people come. So let's say like hundreds of people come, right? Let's say hundreds of people come in, just watch the stream. A few people interact. Some stay, some don't. If one person, in my opinion, if one person stays and likes the vibe, likes me for who I am, likes the chat, that's worth it.
Yeah.
That's worth it. That's worth it. That's worth the headache of me like dealing with the toxic people. Dude, Miguel, like, yo, I remember you were telling me about this where like you were. This is an interesting subject where I wanted to talk to you about this. Where
same.
Where so like I've been involved in like the social media world for a while, but I've never like really made my own content and like put myself out there. This is like my first like real attempt at it, right? So it's worth, if I get one quality viewer, one person that really messes with my vibe and like really digs the chat and the energy, it's worth going through all of that like toxic stuff on TikTok. Because dude, TikTok it's a mess, bro. Low key, it is a mess of just like nonsense, bro. Absolute. I've been banned so many times on TikTok live.
Oh yeah.
Where people just report me, and it's, dude, I'm never saying anything crazy. I'm never like, I don't do that stuff. But it would be like for harassment, bullying. They would say misinformation, and every single one of them will get like reverted because it's not true.
They get cleared, yeah.
Yeah, it gets cleared right away. But people hate so much that they feel the need to do that.
I know.
Which is a weird, it's not weird. That's, you know what I mean? Like people
all you have to do is this though.
People
just scroll up to the next person.
Yes, but this is the thing, Mingus. This is something that I've realized. And I remember you were telling me like you have to deal with like these like trolls or just like dude, the internet's wild. Even chat, dude. Even like your own chat, sometimes it can get like a little weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But something that I've realized with these TikTok trolls or just internet trolls in general, like you said, like they could just scroll up. Dude, those people have boring lives. They have nothing going on. And this is what I always picture them as. They're laying in their bed with their phone this close to them. Smiling, and they're like, yeah. Like, dude, that's what they look like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, that's what those people look like. They're responding to a TikTok live and like spewing out their energy because they didn't speak up or
no.
You know what I mean? Like
nobody else is going to listen to them, and that's the only way they can get heard.
Exactly. Yeah. Nobody's listening to you, dog.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares about that. Like, yeah. So that like, so long story short, that's how that whole like math problem thing happened, where it's a very good way to filter people over from TikTok to Twitch. Real quick, I personally think the future of streaming is YouTube video. And something that I've been considering switching over to that. Because one of the largest things to me is not every, like, some people will come into my Twitch stream like, dude, you have like 2,000 people watching you on TikTok, but only like 15 people on Twitch. Why is that? And I'm like, less people have Twitch, dog. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You know how many people have TikTok compared to Twitch? You know how many people don't even know what Twitch is compared to TikTok? What? Do you know how many people know YouTube? Do you know how many?
Everyone knows YouTube.
Every Android device has YouTube pre-installed. So in my head, the way I was thinking about it, I was like, dude, if I'm streaming live on YouTube, all of those people from TikTok could easily.
They don't have to download anything else. It's there.
They would just all flood through to YouTube.
Yep.
Easily flood through. But yeah, I don't know. And if anybody's listening, dude, go to YouTube.
Yeah, that they are definitely making moves to try and increase their market share, I think, because Twitch, it's kind of like every social media had their own thing, where like Instagram was pictures, Twitter was messages, 140 characters, YouTube was videos, Twitch is live streams. But they're all sort of merging together. Like Instagram is really favoring reels and videos.
Of course. Because that's where the attention...
Twitter likes pictures. Yeah. That's where it is. And now YouTube's trying to get the lives.
Of course.
So yeah, people know Twitch, and I feel like if you were to say, I'm gonna watch a live stream, your first thought is Twitch.
Yeah. But
that could very quickly change if YouTube makes the right moves.
Yeah. For sure. I think they're going to. I think they're going to. Because I think anything regarding video, YouTube has the data and the information to move correctly in that space. I think they're going to kill it.
Definitely. I agree. But is that something, like, I know I've thought about it too. I've considered it here and there, but have you made any plans for like where you're going to go with this thing? Or is this,
no,
you're just doing whatever?
Not like real. The only plans that my next,
like, do you have a goal that you want to?
Yeah. My next goal is to grow my YouTube channel.
Okay.
That's my next goal, is to just make a stronger efforts into making YouTube videos and just pushing out content in the YouTube space. Because not only do I believe that YouTube is going to be the future of streaming, but I think it's also just like how I was thinking about TikTok being its own thing. I look at the same way. I look at YouTube the same way with that. It's like there's multiple things that you could be doing. And YouTube and TikTok, in my opinion, are like the two other biggest things to help your stream. And if you're not doing those things, I feel like you're not you're not setting yourself up for like the best outcomes. So
yep.
So my next thing is just to have a stronger presence on YouTube and not be like so critical of like my gameplays, because dude, for the longest time I would be like, no man, it needs to be at least 20 kills and a win to be on YouTube material. It doesn't.
It's a myth, isn't it?
It doesn't. That's the beauty of all of this. You know what I mean? Like there is technically, like, I guess, like if you look at statistics and all that, like you look at the numbers, but again, that's what I'm saying, where like I don't want to like obsess over these numbers, dude. Like it starts to affect you, where like even I'm not gonna post my content because it doesn't reach this certain criteria. Yeah. Like that's weird, you know? It's not weird, but I feel like I set the bar so high that it just hinders me. You know what I mean? Where they even say with like artists or like creatives, where it's like perfection is like perfect. Good enough is better than perfect. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever heard that? Have you ever heard?
I think I know. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Yeah,
I'm totally butchering that.
Google.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to like dive into that. But it's like, dude, when you start focusing on numbers like that to the point where like you're stopping your creative flow, I think that's not good.
No, I agree. I think that if you're focusing on the wrong things, like the numbers, and it can kind of freeze you and make you not do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's worse. I mean, you could post something and it could flop. Fair enough, but at least you tried. You could post that and it could do okay. You could get one extra person subbing to you. You could get another follower. You never know. And you could get so caught up thinking, oh, this isn't exactly, you know, YouTube worthy, whatever, but you miss out that opportunity by doubting yourself. So it's kind of like you take a chance and you don't know what could happen, which is this is something I'm doing now, which is like, I got no idea what's going to come out of this, but time's running out, Miguel. I'm 35. I need to hurry up and start doing things, man. Just try it.
Yes. Dude, you're good. You're out here with Rays. You're raised. Codeming, guys.
Codeming is a checkout.
Yes, please. But dude, no, you're. I think you're good, Minguez, and like what you're doing here is exactly like the right thing. Like, dude, create, make things, but not only just make things, dude. Like, make it as good as you can. You know what I mean? I think that's like. It's weird, man. People just be like, oh, but you said this, you said that. Take, like, you said, put it out there, don't have expectations. No, man, like, you have to be able to think for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, dude, put stuff out, yeah. But as long as, like, make it the best that you can at that moment. Make it, like, do you know what I mean? Like, yo, take yourself seriously, bro. Take yourself seriously. Make things as beautiful as they can be, because you can, like, I know
no one else is going to do it for you.
No, man. No, I know, like, before, like, social media and all this stuff, a lot of people, like, leaned on, like, larger companies for, like, oh, I need to be with a large company so that they can make me look beautiful because of, like, they have the right cameras, they have the right lighting, they have all the right people, they have the editors. Like, no, man, you could do that. Now you can do that. Now you can.
Anyone can do that, yeah.
Exactly. You can make yourself look great. You can get all the right camera gear. You can know how to edit. But it's like, you have to put in mad effort and time to doing all those things. And it's really up to you.
Dude, I love that advice. I love it. Do you have anyone that you lean on for advice or anything like that? Or is this... Do you have like a network? Who did you ask anyone for opinions, advice, anything like that?
Right now it's just really me right now. But before, like, I had mentors and like people that I've been like surrounded by, which like I'm like super fortunate to even like have that experience. And one of those people is this guy Casey Neistat, who's like he's a big YouTuber, and I was just lucky enough to be in that space to like observe how he works and like his work ethic. And then that kind of like rubbed off on me. Like, you know what I mean? Like he never like really like sat me down and like was like, hey man, like this is how you should do this. It was more of just like me like observing how like he moved. And I was like, oh wow, this is
it's eye-opening, isn't it?
Oh yeah, man. It's amazing what you can do if you're serious about things.
Yep.
So it's like,
no.
Dude, I was lucky enough to just be like exposed to that. Unreal.
100%. Nah, that's good. I love that. I love that as well. Do you have I know you're pretty regular with your streams. You have a schedule you like to keep to and everything like that. But do you plan ahead what you're doing, or like I know you try and balance school life, everything that you have going on in your life, but did it all start out with a plan, or did you fall into it? Like how did that come across? Like what you're doing today, how did that happen?
In the beginning, no. There's something I've realized is, dude, I never have a plan. The plan like formulates like afterwards. You know what I mean? Like even now, like I don't have a plan when I stream. Like I have like talking points that like sometimes I'll jot on my phone that like if I'm thinking of something, I'm like, oh, bring up this current event. I heard something like, oh, what do you guys think about that? I'll jot it down on my phone. Like I have like a to-do list of like what videos I do want, you know what I mean? Like what content I want to get. But regarding like streams and like planning my streams, it's like I usually just go turn on the stream and then just play. And then just kind of like just vibe out with chat.
It's good to have a plan, but then all of a sudden, you know, you could have someone stop in chat that says something so interesting that you can bounce off, and it's sort of like completely throws off all plans you've had.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you need to be flexible, don't you?
Super flexible, dude. I think you have to be super flexible in anything, man. Like you need to be able to just like switch gears, change up your tempo. Like, dude, you could apply that to Warzone too. You know what I mean? Like we play Warzone. Like I think it's super important to be flexible in Warzone. You can't always be aggressive. You should be able to know how to slow down the pace of the game, look at your surroundings, assess the situation, and act accordingly. And I feel like that's not just in Warzone. I feel like that's in life and like
the life lesson.
Yeah, man. That's like, yo, you you know what I mean? Like you could apply that shit to everything.
Okay. So I know you said you have that one goal that you want to achieve. Is there anything else, or is that Twitch partner Miguel, YouTube?
I mean,
contracted Miguel, anything like that?
Twitch partner would be cool. Twitch partner would be cool. I honestly, it's just, I think again, it's back to what I was saying, where if I just focus on my content, all of that stuff will be side effects of my efforts. You know what I mean? Like just like how I thought nothing of like affiliate, it just kind of happened. I think it's the same thing with like partner. I think it's just a matter of time. Like it's just a matter of time, dude. And in my head, it's like a weird title. Like it's just a title, man. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, cool, I'm a Twitch partner. It's definitely like a goal or a milestone. Don't get me wrong. Of course, like when that happens, it's gonna be cool. But then it's gonna be okay. Well, then the stream continues.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't like, those are cool milestones. That's how I just view them. But my long-term goals are just to really grow on Twitch, grow on YouTube. Let me take that back. Not even just grow on Twitch. It's just grow my like presence online. Do you know what I mean? Like grow my presence online. Grow the community and continue to make content. I know that's very, very vague and like that's not very specific, but it kind of is specific, where it's like that's like the big picture. You know what I mean? And then like to get more specific, it's like, okay, grow my Twitch, grow my YouTube, continue growing my TikTok. Those are my goals. And it's like those milestones of getting partner, getting contracts, getting whatever, getting sponsorships. That's all gonna eventually happen given time, I believe.
Dude,
you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Like it's just a matter of time. But yeah, I mean, I'm just going like day by day, I guess.
Can I ask you one last question?
Yeah.
What was your most memorable moment that you've had?
Oh,
streaming live content.
Live? Yeah. Okay. So easily getting randomly paired with Exact, bro. Easily.
I knew it. I knew it,
bro.
Yeah.
Before that, it was getting raided by Z. Before that, it was getting on Christmas Eve, homie decided to raid, dude, illest Christmas present ever. And like before,
how many people was that?
I think he raided with like 600 people.
Yeah, that's insane,
dude. And then before that, Lovely Low, the other person I told you that I watch, she raided me right before Z with like 80 people
on the same night.
Same night. Same exact night.
Dude.
And like I was just playing, I was like, first it was Low. I was like, oh shit, wow, it's Christmas Eve. Low, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. And then I was just playing, and then I just saw like on my screen it said Exact hosted you with 600 viewers. I was like, I looked at it, I was like,
that's insane.
I was like, that's not real. Is that real? And then Z pulls into the chat. He was like, wow, you can't be this handsome, this, that, you know, like just like that whole thing. And I was just like, yo, no way. But now the most memorable streaming thing is getting paired with Z, dude. Like yo, that was unreal to me. But also, I think it's like a great thing to point out that like, dude, that would never have happened if I wasn't in the mix. Do you know what I mean? If I wasn't streaming, like, yeah, of course it was luck. You know what I mean? Like, some people are like, dude, stream sniping, yo, cringe. The
VPN, wow.
Whoa, wow, unreal. I can't believe this. But it's like, dude, the chances of that happening were kind of like, when I think about it, it's I don't normally play random duos. I normally you know what I mean? It's like I was just like, oh, let me play random duos. I actually want to get content. I always have Z stream up, but it's like it's tabbed and it's under my OBS, and I just have it up just to be like, you know, just to show love to Z. I don't even know what he was doing. I didn't even know he was like playing with random duos. No idea. And dude, so when that happened, bro, when I got paired with him, dude, that was nuts, bro. That was nuts. The video shows how embarrassingly hyped I am. Dude, you could hear it in my voice. I'm like, it's Z! Dude,
yeah,
you could you could hear it, dude. You could hear it. But back to that though, like I feel like what even made that moment possible, or even as good as it is because of how active I am in like Z's chat, how involved I am on Twitch.
He recognized you. He recognized the name. He recognized your voice.
Yes. So then that's what I'm saying. It's like some people would be like, damn, how did that happen? Damn, that was so much luck. Yes, that is luck, but also I feel like you increase your chances of stuff like that happening by being in the mix. Do you know what I mean?
Doesn't happen if you're not trying.
Yes, you got to jump in to swim type shit. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Like yo, you have to be in it. You can't. You got to be in it to win it type shit. Part of my language.
Dude, I was watching that. So my situation, whenever I'm on Twitch, I'm basically at work, and I have tabs open. So I'm working away, and I've got background. I like it's like background. Instead of having music, I'm hearing you talk. Rage,
That's
whatever.
crazy.
Yeah, got Z as well. Whatever, whoever's on, I'll pick one person to have the voice on, but I'll be tabbed in whoever just to show support and whatever.
Of course.
So, but it happened to be like a quiet moment of the day where I looked over the stream and I caught him saying something, and he's like, "Is that Miguel?" And then I heard you screaming, and I was also tabbed in your chat,
dude.
And it was so like exciting to see because you were genuinely excited, and he was like super like gassed that you were so happy.
Dude,
it was such a nice moment.
I just like, I heard his, as soon as I heard his voice, because I watch him like every night. I watch this guy every night. I'm like a huge fan of Z, dude. Huge fan of Z, bro. Like, he's not only inspirational, he's freaking, dude, that's why I show so much support, man, because in my opinion, just like how I felt the same way with Joe, like, those two, they have it. Like, they're for sure, they have it. They're the complete package, and they're 100% gonna make it, and I 1000% believe in them. 1000%. And that's why I show so much love to Z. That's why I'm always there. That's why I show so much. I share so much of my attention and my time there, because I believe in those guys. So when I heard Z, I instantly heard his voice. I knew, and then like in my eyes like instantly darted up to see the name, and I saw Shiva. Dude, lost it.
Yo.
Yes, sir. Yes. Wait. Yo,
no way!
No way! Z was good!
No way! I got Miguel, bruh.
Yo, it's Z!
Dude, I'm lit right now. Dude, I saw that.
No way! What's
Dude,
good?
Bro, I seen your name and I was.
Yo, it's Z!
Bro, I saw the name and I was like,
no shot!
That could be. I was like, that could be Miguel, but I don't. Like, they're like, what are the odds, bruh?
Yo, I heard the voice and then I saw Shiva real quick. I was like, no way!
Oh my God.
Hell no!
We got the dynamic duo up in the building, baby.
It took like 5 seconds. 5 seconds to like there's a lag. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was like a little delay, but I was just like, oh shit, it's Z. And then I was just like, and then like adding on top of that, getting to talk to him, getting to just like tell him my story of how I got into streaming, how I discovered him, how I discovered Joe, and honestly, like even like you, Miguel, you know what I mean? Like Z's chat, Z and Joe, they're all the reason why I'm even here where I am. Where like it's nowhere, you know what I mean? Like this is nothing. Like I'm not really doing quote unquote really anything on Twitch. There's nothing crazy happening, but where I am and where I'm at is because of Joe and Z, and not only just them, but their chat, and like that's including you, Ming. It's like you're part of that. Where I was intimidated by Twitch, I was intimidated by chat, and I wasn't sure if I could do it, and I wasn't sure about like trolls and like weird people. And Joe and Z's chat really pushed me to just be like, oh, there's normal people on the internet. There's people that are cool on the internet. They're not all trolls. So it's like getting to explain that to Z, getting to share a moment with Z where like he's not only just reading what I'm saying, but he can hear like my tone, my inflection, my voice. Like, dude, that is hands down by far the best experience I've had on Twitch, the best experience I've had on Warzone, the best experience I've had on gaming, period. Because dude, that was unreal. Like
I mean, I could tell as a viewer, he was like, generally when he plays with randoms, like he'll be talking to the person, but like he goes back to chat and we'll mute them or whatever. But he was genuinely happy to talk to you. Like I'm sure you've watched it back, but he was into the conversation. He was really interested in what you had to say. You were very talkative, and like it was such a nice moment to see.
Dude, I just kept telling myself, I'm like, yo, dude, this is the chance for you to say something.
Don't mess this up, Miguel.
Yeah, dude. I didn't even think about that. I just kept thinking like, yo, this is it. This is your chance to just like, this is your moment to just talk to Z. And I was just like, yo, dude, this is dope. I couldn't believe it. That was dope. I had to talk to my friend the next day or the next 2 days, and like just like work through like my thoughts and like and like because of like how much like why it was such a big deal and like how it impacted me. And I don't want to fanboy too much, but dude, it was mad. That shit was crazy. That was a crazy.
Nah, you're allowed to fanboy.
That shit was crazy. That was a dope ass moment, man.
That was insane. Well, Miguel, look, you are one of the people that I definitely look up to on Twitch.
Stop it.
No, it's true. I love you go and you do what you think is best every time. You even talk about it all the time. I love it. You inspired me to do TikTok. lives.
Dude.
Even though I haven't done too much, but you inspired me. Dude, hopefully we can do this. We can look back, maybe Twitch partner Miguel, YouTube partner Miguel. In a couple of years, we'll look back and this conversation, maybe we can do it again sometime.
No, of course, Miguel, whatever anything I could help with in anything, just dude, I'm always down. For real, always down.
I appreciate it, man.
Dude, I appreciate you, Miguel.